Hi everybody, Matt Day here. If this is your first time coming to these lessons, I hope you enjoy them. For some of you it might be your first time because this is a getting started lesson. What I want to accomplish today is I want you to walk away with being able to play chords in your left hand and know the melody or the scale, the major scale in your right hand, so that you can sit down at the piano on any given day and play songs that you hear in your head or maybe songs that you hear on the radio by learning just some of the basic triads and fundamentals of music theory, okay? So I need you to go to my website, www.mattday.ca, and under the Music tab you'll see a Lessons and Resources link. Click on that and you'll find a lesson called Getting Started. And it's going to have a couple of sheets. The first one it's going to have is just a chart. So once you download it, you'll see it's all colored, showing you where to play the notes in the right hand in conjunction with the left hand chords. Okay, that's the first chart. And the second chart is called Scales and Chords. And it basically is just a real simple outline of how the melody falls and where the chords line up in conjunction with that. So it's a different way to visually look at how to play these two things together. Okay? So again, how we're going to start is I'm going to show you the three basic triads in your left hand. And I'm going to show you those triads in inversions. Inversions just mean a different way to play the chord. If you played a chord, for example, C, E, and G, if you inverted that chord, you could play it E, G, and C. And that would be called first inversion. So you're kind of just flipping the chord over, all right? And this makes voice leading nice, which means the chords move nicely back and forwards to each other, and there's a real nice continuity or smoothness between the chords, all right? So that's what we're going to look at in our left hand, and then we're going to look at the major scale in the right hand. And I want to show you the major scale because it comprises all the notes that might exist in any of the songs that you're trying to learn. And by the end, what you're going to see is how the major scale, all the tones of the major scale, line up with the chords in your left hand. So then the theory is that if that's a major scale and you play it up and down the keyboard, if you pick those notes out of random, as in a melody that you might hear on the radio or even in your own head, you will be able to associate that melody with those chords in your left hand and come up with great harmonic results. One of the people that influenced music the most in this type of harmony that I'm showing you today was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Dying at a very young age, not because of the harmony he played, just because of the situations he was in at the time. Yet he did more for music to give us the primary chord types of harmony than just about anybody else. So I'm going to show you an example right now of what he did to help us today. Okay, I always feel awkward with him watching, but this is what he does in the key of A. All right, some little passing tones, but for the most part, all he's doing is playing these primary chords. All right? Even when he goes into the minor key, he uses the minor versions of some of these chords. Okay? And then in the main part of the song, he goes. Triads again. He uses triads all over the place, and it affected music for centuries and centuries after his time. All right, you've probably downloaded this chart by now. You're going to see that we're going to talk about three chords today. The middle chord, the bottom chord, and the top chord. The middle chord's in green, bottom chord is in pink, and top chord is in blue. And on the chart, you can see the notes that I'm pushing down to get these chords. If you've never played these chords before, just follow the colors on the chart and you'll see where we're going. All right? So 3 rules apply. This is what we're going to do today. Sing the note or play the note or the scale that you want in your right hand. Then find that note on the keyboard. That's especially if you're creating a song or you're hearing something in your head. So learn the melody. And then number 4, match the melody notes with the chord that has those same tones in it. And then have fun. So if you see here whether this is the chord zone, when you move up to the melody zone, if it's got a green note in it, play the green chord. If it's got a blue note in it, well, play the blue chord. If it's got a pink note in it, then play the pink chord. Okay? So that's what you're going to end up with at the end of today. But let's break it down a little bit further now. I'm going to look at the scales and chord sheet now. You can follow along if you like. Let's take a look at just the left hand of the scales and chords sheet. Right hand. See where the thumb tucks under here? right here. Now I'm going to put the two of them together so that I always have a chord tone in my right hand matching in my left hand. So basically my left hand is supporting whatever note I'm playing on my right hand. The C is supporting the C. On the G chord now, the D is being supported by that D. Back to this C chord again. This E note, it's also in the C chord, C, E, and G. It's being supported down there. F and F. G. Here's an A, it belongs to the F chord down here. There's a G chord, and the B note is down there. So you need to know the tones that are in your chord. The C major chord has C, E, and G. The G chord has G, B, and D. And the F chord has F, A, and C. So C, E, and G, and the G chord, and the F chord. Now again, I'm playing them in what I talked about before, inversions, so they just fit a little bit nicer together. Alright, so let's play your sheet all the way from the top. And take it down. Alright, so you basically just want to make sure that whatever you're doing in your right hand is supported by your left hand. Okay? So the example we're going to use is Jesus Loves Me. It's on the bottom of your scales and chords chart, and it's a copyright-free song, so I'm free and clear to use it. And what we're going to do is, just like we talked about, whatever we're playing in the right hand, I'm going to support in my left hand. So if we're playing a C, E, or a G, I'll play a C. C chord in my left hand. Alright, and so forth. Let's take a look at that. It starts on bar 9. You notice every chord supported every one of those melody notes. Now when it comes to you making up your own melodies, just do the same thing. Make up a melody in your head and follow along with the chords in the left hand. You can play a lot of popular songs that you may have heard of before, and maybe do something in the left hand that's a little more interesting than just the solid version. That kind of thing. Alright, Country Roads, same thing, melody, and it's supported by the left-hand chords. Or if you want to look back at this chart, if I'm playing a green note, I'm playing a green chord. If I'm playing a blue note, I'm playing a blue chord. That should help you see it visually as well. The other thing you can do in your left hand, one more thing, is what Mozart used to do as well, breaking up the chord. Something like that. But you get the idea. Right hand notes, learn your scale, left hand chords, and let them support whatever notes are in the right hand. I hope you have a lot of fun creating some melodies or playing things out of your head, playing things that you've heard on a CD or off the radio, and I hope this gives you a great place to start as you begin to explore the piano. Remember, it will really help you if you put these ideas into other keys as well. Have a great time, and thanks for watching.